U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just need a yard here. Second and 1. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Bigsby will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. His first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Now McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far, and really excited.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Running left, it's Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now it's Jackson. Open man downfield is Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
In motion, Hill. Here's Jackson. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jacorian Bennett has it.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. In motion, Hill. Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need him.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
To the air with McCarthy.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Jackson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Hill going to go in motion right.
To throw is Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
McCarthy off the play fake.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's McCarthy. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Down the sideline he goes. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
To throw is Jackson, throwing to start the drive. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right?
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for a touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now McCarthy.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.